Hi guys, so for today's Busted Out, I was just thinking about what I want to do, and I started off a different project using yarn because I figure a lot of us do have yarn and like crochet tools to make like little embellishments, but then they were really fast projects. I don't know, maybe I'll do it a different day. So for today though, I think I was thinking chipboard, I was thinking cardstock, so we have a lot of cardstock, and then got me to thinking about nesting dies, because I was like, oh, what kind of dies or what kind of things can we bring out? I don't know. And then I thought, oh, you know, I can just do a thing on nesting dies, because I think a lot of us have them. I have a ton of them. And if it was a true busted out, I should dig through my really old ones, like my old spellbinders that I used to buy from Heartfelt Creations. That's like the only place I could find them. Back in the day, this was a long time ago, wherever I wanted something really nice. And then I have, you know, like every single one that maybe Crafter's Companion has put out. They're still in their packaging, like all those kind of things. But I do have these ones, the Diamond Press ones that I know a lot of you guys picked up. So I've had them for a while, but busted out, you know, bring out your nesting dies. For me, it's not something I use all the time, and I should, right? For layering and mats and being cute, but I don't know what you guys do if you use them very often. But I want to make a card and a shaker out of it, and I'll probably make a shaker card that has a couple of different methodologies. So I was thinking about making an oval one, but you know, you have your rectangle, you have your squares, you have your Baroque shapes, you have your like fancy shapes. It'll work with all of the nesting dies that you have, so no worries on that. I think I wanted to try and do a scallop though mixed in with a regular circle, but let me see how these there's tape on that one, so it wants to come up. I want to see how big this one is compared to this one. Huh. Okay, maybe I'll use this as the base. And use this one. And then maybe we will use... I'm trying to see what nests in within what to make it look better. That's really cute. I don't know if that's going to be too thin to put a shaker around. Let's see. I might have to go with this one. Oh, the kids are already up. Are you kidding? Here, we're gonna wrap. Maybe it's gonna be this one. Just to give it some thickness so that the foam will fit there. Okay. Alright, let me get up some paper. I might still need all of these. But just kind of like that, you just kind of think about what it is that you want to do and how you want to get it going. We're going to make an easel base with the largest, whatever it is that you want to use on the larger. And then we're going to layer that up and make a shaker. So I will be right back. To start the card base, I have a ton of this pearl paper that, again, I think I got in a Crafter's Companion mystery bag. I'm just going to fold it in half. And it doesn't have to be a perfect half. And if anything, I should probably score it, because look how it's all crunchy there if you don't. So I'm going to use the largest one, whatever the largest nesting die that you're going to use. And I'm going to leave a little bit hanging off the back here. And you can do it more, I suppose. It depends. Well, okay, if you're going to make this a card base, I always like to leave just a little bit, but it doesn't really matter if you're going to make an easel card, because you're going to do your own thing anyway and let this pop up. So if you want it to be a little sturdier, have a little more back there, you can judge that however you like. You can even go up higher if you wanted. But then when they open the card, it's going to only be this bottom part. So I still try to give it a good amount laying back this way. Let's tape that down. Let's cut this excess off. And since this is a bigger die, and I've already told you guys many, many times, I prefer to use a newer folder whenever we do this. Just so that when you run it through, the paper doesn't get pinched. Because sometimes if you use a well-loved folder like this one, it gives a little like kink in the paper. So I like to use a newer folder for larger dies. So again, whatever card base you have, whatever shape you're using, this is going to be our card base. And then we're going to score this. So I'll score right now just so you can see. Let's see how big this is. It's almost 5 inches tall. So I'll score it like at 2.5. That part doesn't really matter. I'll bump it up just so I can feel that it's going to be straight. You know what I'm saying? That both these sides are hitting there. Maybe like at 2.5. Okay, that's going to be our easel part. And then we're going to obviously make something here. So that is the base of the card. Now, from here, I can go ahead and just stick down the little this little guy, you know, or do you want to put another one of these, which is what I was planning on doing. So I'm gonna put another one just beige, and that's just me. I don't know why, I just feel like that's gonna be prettier than just leaving it. Let me see if I have space here for this other one. Oh, I do. Okay, so I'm gonna run this through real quick and just cut out another just plain one piece of this paper. Okay, so that's all those pieces. And then if you wanted this to be a different color for the background, or layer it up however you like, you're gonna do lots of layers. I mean, you can still do something else. I'm gonna use this piece of paper from the Dear Jane stack. That's so pretty. And we're gonna cut this guy out, but let me just, this is a really old die cuts with review. I don't know if it's still available, but when I busted it out a little while ago, I was like, what is this? I don't remember buying it. It's so pretty. So Dear Jane, like Jane Austen, I suppose. And so we have that there. And we have this here. So again, I'm using the one that gives me a little more width around there just to make it easy when I put the foam. But if you wanted to make, you know, a little thinner, you can go with like another size up. But I would cut these out separately because this one's not going to nest inside of this one. So I would cut that out and then, you know, let it cut out. And then I put this one on top and let that cut out, okay? So just different ways you can play with your nesting dies here. I think this is going to make a quick card because we're almost done. Like literally, I'm just going to do this. I did mention Diamond Press is coming out with metal shims for the marquee, just metal shims, because that helps us cut our acetate. You can cut fabric. You're going to be able to cut a lot more things. And I don't know if they're on their site yet. So, I don't know, but I will let you guys know when that happens. All right, let's see here. Oh, I might have gone too big with this paper. I just want to make sure I had enough. So this card took a life of its own. I wasn't really planning on what I was doing, so it's just, these colors are very creamy, very pretty, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's that. And then I am going to have to cut a piece of acetate, of course, for the shaker. And we have this nice oval that we can keep for something else. So I suppose you could put it in the back, but then it would look, well, actually it would look layered up, kind of interesting, because this one would not be there. See, we just made our frame, so that's what we're doing, making a frame. This one would be up away. Interesting, huh? That might be cute. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this. But again, if that was down there and then your foam was up here, it gives it a split level there. That might look really pretty. I was going to put this guy here and here. Kind of blends in with the background because of the cream and on cream. Maybe I'll distress that. Just to make it pop a little bit. So I'm going to get my brown tool here, and I just laugh because I tell you I haven't cleaned it yet, and then I keep getting that gross green kind of color from walnut stain I used a long time ago. And this is just Friar Brown. I'm going around the edges. Do you guys use your nesting dies very often? Let me know, because I think it's something that we just, I don't know, I don't ever plan on just using them, because you know, you have your floral dies, and okay, we're going to use those. Like to actually make cards just from these guys. I think it's fun. Okay, that's pretty. I don't want to distress this. I just wanted this to be distressed. So that's just me, but you can distress everything. Oops, sorry guys. All right, let's see. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe I should put this down there. It wasn't my plan. Okay, let's do it. That was not part of my plan, but such is busted out. More Freeform Friday, really, I guess. Okay. All right, we have all of these pieces. Put those to the side, and then we need just this outer. Now, oh, actually, I can use the piece that goes between this inside, because that would cut a piece of acetate that I can just use there. This one, if I use this one for the acetate, it would be sticking out on the edges, so we don't want that. But what I'm saying is we can not use the smaller one. We can either cut acetate from this large scallop one, so it'll fit right behind the frame, or this one, because this one will also fit right behind the frame. So I'm just going to use this one. Again, I didn't have to do that. You can keep using the same one that you used originally, but you always want one large enough to cover that back. So let me grab some acetate. have a piece here that's just cut up kind of crazy. So what I'm going to do right now, so I can still use the marquee, is I'm going to use acetate from a kit. But I'm going to have to run it through twice because the pieces of acetate that are, not acetate, the pieces of metal shim that are in those kits are a little bit smaller. So hold on, okay? I forgot that I was going to do this. So where did I put them? Okay. And I'm going to show you that you can reuse your metal shims until they stop working. So I had used this when I reviewed the last shaker card kit. As you see, this piece of metal is like bent. And I'm going to put this on here, and hopefully I have enough width to cut through this, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, I'm really going to stick that down because it gets a little bit squishy. And put that there. And I'm just going to do a piece at a time. But again, they're coming out with larger metal shims, so you don't have to do this. But I'm going to cut through that, hopefully. Let's see how much cut through, and then I can gauge how much I need to cut the rest of it. Okay, we got that piece all the way down to almost the whole thing. So this last piece, I don't want it to shift too much. Let me put another piece of tape. And I found my tape, you guys, since yesterday, and I was looking for my tape. I'll put another piece of tape here. And it cut pretty much almost all the way through. It just needs to have that oomph in there, you know. Let's see. I might have to run this through one more time just to make sure I get all the edges. For now, we're doing what we can. Okay. Oh, come on. I know it looks like a mess, but that's kind of what we have to do for now. I'm really looking forward to it. I was asking for those metal sheets for a while, and I think you guys were thinking about that too. So I got pretty much all of it cut out. Just this last little piece, I'm just going to go boop. There. All right, so you can kind of do that if you have your metal shims. You can keep using it. You can kind of flatten it out if you need to. It's metal, so it kind of responds, and use it that way. Okay, so we have that. We have this. And I'm going to glue that down. And I'll use my faster glue because that'll be great. And I'm just putting it all around this whole edge. Oopsie. Make sure which side is... I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm going to let that dry. And I'm going to grab something to fill in our shaker with, and I'll be right back. Suppose while that's drying, I can make a card base here. Oopsie, let me see how I cut this out. Was it from here? Or was it from here? Okay, that's the perfect matchup. If you want it perfectly matched up, you don't have to. So there's that. Now again, that's a really fast drying glue, so if you're gonna make adjustments, you better make them pretty quickly. Let me see here. It's about right. Maybe move it over just a little bit this way. See? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're done. We're done moving that. Okay, now let's get our foam. I think this is getting dried pretty well. Now I'm using this foam strip stuff. If you're really good with your 3D glue gel and the syringe, you could probably get this done and just run a bead of 3D glue gel around, because that'll give you some height. Maybe stack up a couple of beads, you know, let it kind of dry a little bit and then run around again. But I think the 3D glue gel will work too. So I'm trying to stay away from the rim, just a little inner area. Just trying to follow along here. I can see it's much thinner on this side, so that probably means that I cut this center oval a little bit too much that way. But that's okay. And then keep it really tight, right? Your Don't leave any gaps, especially if you're using like a thin glitter, because you don't want it to pop out real well. So now when I turn it, I can see it's a little bit wider over here. I could tell as I was laying this down. Okay, I'm going to, I guess we can take this off now. I'm going to use some of this cute glitter I have here. Rainbow quartz triangles. Oopsie. I just picked up recently. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. And I put quite a bit. I feel like it's a waste. Too much. Well, I'm trying to be tight and put it back, but that's okay. I'll get this and put it back in here. These are very, very iridescent. I guess I could have gone with something a little more basic, like more browns and pinks, but it's cute. We'll go with that. We'll keep it. Okay, again, making sure my frame is how I wanted it. I'm just going to stick that down right there. Aw, that is quite a bit of glitter in there, or sparkles. Maybe I should have gone with a little bit less. I might be able to open this up and pour some out. All right, and then we're gonna stick this over here, and then it's gonna do this kind of thing. So I'm just gonna use this glue. And then we're gonna need some toppers, something else to go on here, obviously. And we're gonna need, I'm gonna stick this down really straight. And you can lay the whole thing out just so you can make sure it's straight, but that's good. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab something to make a little stopper with, and maybe some kind of, I don't know, something else. I'll be right back. Finish this up because the kids are pretty much done, and we're gonna need to start school soon. So I'm gonna cut this, and this is the 7 from the same scallop set. So just continue echoing that. I'm gonna cut this out right here of this little scalloped one. Just have a little background that's a little bit different, and then I'm going to cut this one out of, I'm going to take an extra, wait, that's not the same stuff, hold on. This is the same kind of beige paper. I probably have another, you know what, yeah, this is fine. That pearlescent beige, and I'm going to use the Fire Brown, I suppose, since it's still in front of me, and I'm just going to stamp something that I think will work, and I have this stamp that says Smile. Actually, thank you might work too. But the Smile one will work, so I'm going to use this one. Ink that up real quick. Again, this is a fast drying ink. And hopefully that'll work. Aw. So cute. I'm going to eyeball that. Put a piece of tape. And run both of these through, and I will be right back. Okay. How fast can I do this? Aw. Again, do you want to ink these up? Just to continue, I didn't have to put more ink. That's why I'm telling you, I need to wash these off. I haven't done that in a while. And I'm going to leave this one clean, but you can ink that up too. Again, I am using 2 sets here, because again, it's busted out. I'm using 2 different sets, but you can do the same things with just 1 set of nesting dies. If you have 1 set of nesting dies, you're good to go. You can do lots of things with that. So put that here. Aw, and that's going to be our stopper. So I just need a little bit of dimensional, and these are really dimensional. Like I said, these are super old too. I'm not even sure where I got them anymore, but you know what? This is a good time to use like this piece. Did I cut it small enough? Let me cut a little bit off the edge here. No one's really going to look under there, and I just need a nice mass of this stuff. Oopsie. I'll cut that corner off. Use it all up, guys, especially this stuff. Well, back in the day, I don't know how much it is now. I haven't bought any in a long time because I don't need to, but it's expensive stuff. Let me see if we have everything here. Oh, so cute. Okay, so that's gonna hold that back. And then I have some, I always have these sitting in front of me, like the other day when I used Busted Out. Actually, when did I, no, it wasn't for Busted Out. When did I use the flowers? Was it for Freeform Friday? I don't know. I had these little flowers. And so I think what I'm gonna do is, I still have this one sitting here. Just kind of, let me mess with this one, make it flatter a little bit. And I have like these guys, which are probably cuter than these, are very fresh green. They're always sitting here, and I'll put it right back. I even have a doily sitting here for some reason, some other things. I think I'm gonna stick these guys down. And you can cut those off, but I think for me, I'm just gonna tuck them behind. Something like that. Maybe I'll cut this one off because this other one's kind of annoying. Yeah, something like that. Okay. And for this one, I am going to use 3D glue gel or something nice and thick like that, or hot glue. If you're using hot glue, be careful around your acetate, but it should be okay. And to be honest, I'm just going to put glops of glue here, see what happens. Hopefully that'll help. That'll work. Yeah, this one's going to be underneath. Okay. Something like that. I'll let that dry, then I'll mess with that little curly Q thing. Cute. So that's all down here. If you don't want everything down here, you can put it up at the top, or you can put more up at the top, however you like, but I'm gonna keep it like this. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that'll encourage you guys to bust out your nesting dies and use them in a fun way to make your cards, and remember to use them. I hardly ever remember to use them. That's you guys already know, whenever I cut out a sentiment, I just cut it straight, put another mat, cut it straight, but it's kind of cuter to use something that will give you a little more something decorative. All right, guys, I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.